Alright, welcome back, and as you can see I added some things. So in the last lecture I told you to get some foliage, and so what you just get what you like. You can also get some stones or maybe some branches, leaves. There's so many things on Quixel, which is for free, and also Polyhaven you can download assets. So this is from Polyhaven, the grass, and also those things here you can also get from Polyhaven. And I already showed you how to assign materials properly for foliage as well and import everything. So this is something you already learned. But as you can see now, I added some things here. So maybe I should just make this a little smaller. So let me just scale this down a tiny bit. And then we can also do like so. But maybe I should do this for the cable as well. Otherwise it's not going to make sense. So yeah. So this is what we can do. Let me just get this here. So yeah, this is not about the perfect placement now. This is just for you to understand what you can do basically. So I went on sketchfab.com and just searched for an electric pole. I got this electric pole, downloaded this as an FBX, and I added a Bezier curve to get cables. So I will just show you how you can do that, but of course I will just provide you this stuff because I modeled this, and the electrical poles, they are for free. They are free to use. So let me just show you what I did. You can get basically this this electrical pole. So let me just open this one up. I already added the cables, but I will just show you again. Where is it? Resources, electric poles, and let me just get this one, import. So basically what I did, let me maybe just duplicate this real quick here. So what you can do, I removed everything regarding because I think it had some straight cables before. There were like some cutted cables, so you couldn't really connect this properly. So what I did, I just deleted everything, like all the cables except for the stuff we want to keep. So this is what I kept, and also those small cables, I just kept them because they look really, really nice. And then you can just connect them. So this is pretty simple how you can do that. Basically, you get, let me just get screencast keys. Boom, and then you can see what I press. So what I do basically, Shift A, and then I get a Bezier curve. And then just press Tab. And then you can move this thing here, all right? Then you search for this thing, which would be this, and you can basically connect this those things here and one here and one here. All right, so this is where you should connect it. Of course I'm not an electrical engineer, stuff like that, so of course this is just a guess. So but what you can do, if you can't see it, you can also try for the X-ray. So let me select this Bezier curve I just added. And now you can see this one here, and this one here. So what I did basically, I went back into the edit mode, but for the Bezier curve. And then you can just drag select this point, okay, this vertex of the curve, and just put it here, right on top. And you get this one. And you put one here, so in between. And then you can extrude, press E, and then you can just extrude. And you put the next one with G, you put the next one here, okay? So now the first is connected. So, but now you can see this is all messy. So basically what you need to do, pretty simple, you just rotate this in the top view, so press 7, and then just press R and rotate this first one. You can see, rotate this straight into this direction. Then you get the next one. And of course, rotate this straight into this direction. And now you can fix this. also with let move, and put it here. So what you need to do only is just press G and move it so it's straight. So basically, you just need to straighten those things by pressing R and place them accordingly, like so. So now you can see this is just the top view. Now select everything from the curve and press 3 for side view, and then you can put this one up. And then zoom in, and then you can see we need to be here, so press GZ and approximately, I'm not sure, just put it here. So now you have the side view. So the top view is perfect and the side view is perfect. And this is it. And now this is straight, doesn't look good, to be honest. So you can get this middle part and just GZ and move it down. And now you can see when you go to the side view again, so you can press 1 or 3 for side view. You also need, so now the shape is a little wavy, it's not really realistic. This means you need to get this one in the side view, so press 1 or 3 and rotate this, like so. It just needs to have the same direction, like so. And then you can even get this and move it up a little bit. All right, so now you have this thing hanging down, perfect shape. But now, what you can do, just Shift D and put this one here and just make sure that this one is properly connected. So this one, and just fix this a little bit. Make sure you rotate this also. So this is straight. And then check for this connection here, but this is almost perfect. And then you can just rotate this a little bit more, so this is straight. And this seems straight in this one. And then you can be a little creative. So maybe you want to have this a little lower or a little higher. And then you can also scale this thing. So if you scale it down, you can make it more narrow, or you scale it, then you can make it more softer, basically. Nice. And then just get it down, GZ, move it down, like so. Now you can see this looks like pretty interesting, pretty abandoned, and then maybe just scale. Okay, something like that. And then you duplicate the next one and you do the same. So what you can do now, when you have everything, so you need to do this one here as well. So you connect this one to here, or connect this one here. So now you need to convert this one to a mesh, because this one and shift click this one, those two curves, they are just curve information. This is not geometry. So what you need to do, just click on those two Bezier curves, right click. So when you have all cables, then you select all those Bezier curves, and then you can just convert to mesh. Okay, and then you can press tab, and now you can see, nice. He just created a curve, and he automatically created all those vertices. So we have actual geometry. Now, those are just vertices, right? And edges. But in order to really have depth and really see the geometry, just press A, stay in edit mode, and then you can press E, Z, for example, and just move it up. E and Z. Now you created actual geometry. Then press A again, and then you can Alt E, extrude faces along normals, and just move it up slightly. So give it a depth like so, that this is like a straight cube, all right? And then you can, because now this is like just a long cube, so it doesn't make any sense, you can now go to the modifiers and go generate and do a subdivision surface. Boom. And now when you see, let's just shade smooth, and this one shade smooth. Now you can see you have perfect cables. And then you can just apply this stuff. Boom. But sorry, let me undo that. Before you apply, you can see here, this is like the problem sometimes, and not sometimes, it's always like this. You can see, because we are using the Catmull Clark, this means it's going to soften up this whole cube shape. It create like a cylindrical form, so this is perfect for a cable. But you can see always on those ends, you can see it like how narrow it gets. You can fix this by just Control R here on the side and just move this really, really close, like so. And you can do the same thing here. So here, add modifier, generate a subdivision surface. And don't apply it, just go here to fix this and Control R. And then click once and just drag it really close, like so. Don't connect it, just do it really close. And then you do this for this side here too. Just Control R, drag this really close. Then you get this, Control R, drag, click and drag on really close. Boom. Now you can go to this modifier, Control A to assign it, or you can click here, apply. This is the same thing. And now you have basically cables, right? And what I advise you to do, I mean, you get this, you get the whole project. I mean, the whole Unreal Engine project. So you don't, if you don't really want to follow along, you don't need to. But just in case, if you want to, because you want to learn something, I give you this advice that this is the cable, this is the cable. So just Control J. So everything cable related, you should join. This goes for my model as well. So when I click on these small cables here, you can see everything is joined. All the cables are joined. And when I click on this one, those three poles, electrical poles, are also joined. And then you can get this one and assign an own material. Just assign, click on new and assign material, call this one cable. I don't care. And then you click on this one. So maybe you have just one pole. Of course, you can duplicate this pole and create like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things. So then you can just collect this pole and the next pole, and you can just Control J and join them. So this is what I did. You can see I click on one pole, and then you can see all those things are joined. Now, if I go to the UVs, this all like one pole. Let me just click on one pole here. Toggle X-ray. So this is just one pole. You can see it is the same UV, like here. Here as well. Boom, it's the same UV. So I basically have all those assets and they overlap with the UV. In this case, it's perfectly fine to do that because when we bake textures, they are pretty far away. So the cage distance for the bake is not going to affect, they are not going to affect each other. So this is perfectly fine. So the only downside is that this one is going to have the exact same texture like this one, and this one is going to have the exact same texture like this one. But we want to be performant and we want to save time. So this is smart. And you will never see that this texture has the same texture like this. You're never going to see that because they're really far away. All right, so now you get the idea. And when you have this, when you have those electrical poles joined, you can also just get here, create a new material, just click on new, and then I called this one electrical poles or electric poles. And this is basically it. And then you can just click on this, like those things you joined, the electrical poles, and then you can shift click those cables, right? Just make sure that you also have a separate material assigned for the cables, because this is going to be a different material. This should be metal, like rusty, old, dusty, dirty metal. And this one is something like rubber, basically. So those are two completely different materials, and this is why we have a separate material, and the cable will also have a separate material. Just make sure that you assign a material. So in this case, cables. And then you can just click those things and shift click this, and you can just, again, file export as FBX. Make sure you also check the smoothing. So if something looks weird, just do shade auto smooth. Maybe 60 degrees is always good, or you just do shade smooth if you don't really care. So yeah, this is what you can do for those poles. And then you can just run into Substance Painter and just assign, or maybe Quixel if you want Quixel Mixer. And then you can just go crazy, just apply a simple metal material, and then, I mean, you learned this already in the previous lectures in detail how to create textures, how to create wood, metal, roof tiles, and yeah, all kinds of stuff. So now, then feel free to create your own metallic texture. Maybe some rust, some dirt on top. So just do roughness variations, color variations, find the right angle, get the right rotation. And the good thing is, this case, it has already. So this stuff here, this electrical pole, this has already UV. So I didn't need to unwrap this. It already had decent, not perfect, but decent UVs. Okay. So let me just go back to Unreal Engine. So after you did your, or let me see, this is really big. So basically after you did your Bezier curves here, and you did your texturing, so what I did is I did my own texture here. You can see this looks really abandoned, really dirty. So yeah. Let me just fix the scale. And so I just wanted to make this episode to tell you how you can create those Bezier curves, basically. Let me scale this back to 2, 2, and 2. And then let me see what we can do here. Sorry for that, this is not really smart. Let me get this one. And then we can scale this. And then maybe let's put it here. Maybe this is the best place we can put it. So maybe here. Or maybe here. And then I think we need to scale this like so. All right. So this is just an example of what you can do. Perfect. Let's also scale this here a little bit. And let's also scale this here a little bit. Just to find like the perfect place. Because I really don't want to have this here because it's blocking my vision. So maybe just put it here. Let me just delete everything because I did a mistake. So let me just put this one here as well. And let's maybe rotate this like so. So it's just now facing the other direction. Maybe this is better. And then let's scale this one up. Let's do 1.74. Then let's try to do something like this. Maybe here is a good spot. Maybe you can do this here. Yeah, this is much better. So I'm not really sure about the height, but let's scale this one up a little more. So now I think this is fine. And move it. Just cheat a little bit here until it looks right. And put it down. And we need to also scale this here. Just to find the perfect spot. And you can see it's not really easy, to be honest. But now I think this is good. This looks fine to me. Yes. This is not good. So let's scale this one like so. And put it here. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Really close, but it's not touching anything. Here is pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. But of course, I have the file. I can always go back into Blender and change it separately. This is what you can do. Or we could be smart. Yes, we could be smart and rotate this. Now I think we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. So if another tip, if you find a good spot, so remove the camera speed. So press, you can right click and then scroll down, and then you see on the top right, you see the camera. So maybe do a value of 0.4, and then you can see you can move the camera just a little bit. Find a good spot. In my case, this is a good spot I like, or maybe this spot, depends. So let me get this one. All right. So how can you do that? When you find a good spot, so maybe you find this, you like this. Doesn't really matter, it's up to you. And you can make a bookmark. Just press Ctrl 1. When you press Ctrl 1, you can see in the bottom right side that he's saving a bookmark. So every time you press 1, you will be back at this position immediately. So this is just a tip. All right. So I might gonna rotate this again because I think previously it looked better. Because for me, it's all about this location here, this side. And boom. And let's put it here. Perfect. Let's get it up. And put it here. So yeah, you really need to take your time. Alright, so this is it for this lecture. So I did show you how you can add those cables, how you can get this on Sketchfab. You can download this, prepare your FBX, prepare your UVs, make a great texture. And if you don't really want to follow along because it's too much work for you, you can also get my full project. It's perfectly fine. And then in the next lecture, we will add maybe some more things. Yeah, I think we will just add a couple of more things. And then we will try to get like a cinematic lighting. And then, yeah, we will try to make like a short cinematic. And also we need to create mountains. So we still have a couple of things to do, but this is what we will do in the next lecture. Thanks.